Okay, so this is in an anti-orange face forum on Reddit. This young man writes, "My dad's getting more and more conservative by the days, and he spews hateful and troubling rhetoric. How can I make myself feel better?" I think this came up because it's very similar to what happened to my kids and with both of my husbands. My kids, my DNA kids, and his kids. Hopefully I can get this done in less than 3 minutes. I responded, "If he tries kicking you out of the house, call the police on him. It sounds to me that due to his rage, you might be able to call the police on him anyway, since you have a 9-year-old sister there. The environment sounds very unhealthy, toxic for all of you. My second husband did similar to me related to politics, yelling at me. Then he hit me and kicked me out of the house. Have you thought about recording him on your cell phone as some evidence for the police when he goes into a rage? That does become emotional bullying in the house." My sons had to call the police. It sounded to me like their dad was doing some bullying to them before he kicked them out because they could not find jobs after high school. My son's stepmom would kick my daughter and son out of the house when their dad went on field duty in the military. My oldest son would call me when the police were at his dad's house after his dad got out of the military in the morning and telling me that his dad called the police on our son. There was nothing I could do because I lived 2 days away driving from where my son was at. Their dad did this after they got out of the military too. He's a complete jerk. My second husband had a similar sentiment and would not let my son come live with me, my oldest son. He said that grown people need to have a job. If they're going to live with him, they have to be looking for a job, not sitting around all day long doing nothing. He said his sons got college degrees, which was not entirely true. His sons went to college for 5 years, never got a degree after 5 years. I think they were extending their college because they had a very hard time finding jobs to survive. He found out one of his sons was dropping courses to get a W withdraw instead of an I incomplete for the transcript. He said his son's student advisor told him W looked better than an incomplete. His son was going to college when he would withdraw and get the money back. My second husband told both his sons that if they wanted to finish college, they had to do it on their own. He said 5 years was enough for them to get a college degree. Both of his sons ended up moving in with their mom after she got divorced from her second husband in a town 2 hours away because none of them could afford to live alone. My second husband told me specifically that his sons moved in with their mom, otherwise she could not afford the rent. It has me thinking that his son was taking college courses, then withdrawing to get the money so he could afford to live away from his dad. I found out the hard way. He was very overbearing and lectures a lot. He is a big bully. My second